Hello, I'm Q from QAnon. Sitting at the Empress poolside, enjoying the lovely weather. So I'm going to do a video poolside. I, I'm really sorry that I repeat myself, and I hate to have to say negative things because I really wanted to resolve this so I could give a new perspective. But none of the officials in Worcester County seem qualified to deal with, to resolve this issue. I came down here to promote my book, and my YouTube channel. I teach quantum mechanics, the law of attraction. Quantum mechanics is how thought influences reality, which goes hand in hand with the law of attraction. Spiritual alchemy, where you turn your power into your pain into power, not turning lead into gold. So, I actually ran into Mayor Rick Meehan down at the Inlet Sonic. Has Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack has a song called The Inlet. So the bar is in the inlet, which the bar, JFK Jr. I flew a sky banner that made the Ocean City paper news on Facebook. Everything Ocean City Business and News. May 29th, 2020. I flew a sky banner that day, and July 16th. $600 each time with ocean aerials. I spoke to Bob. I think I flew it at 107. So he flew it by accident on May 27th. And I was sitting on the balcony, angels on the balcony, Blondie. Blondie was a pale horse on my farm. She was a Palomino. So I'm sitting on the balcony, and it's still 2 days until JFK's birthday. And at 107, I catch out of the corner of my eye a sky banner, and I'm like, it says, "We live in a matrix. I am JFK Jr." I was just shocked to see it that day. So I called him, and he said he did it by accident. But to do it by accident and me to see it exactly at 107 from Paradise Plaza, Paradise City, Guns N' Roses. My grandma lived on Gun Road. Rose is my granddaughter's middle name. So I'm a synchronicity expert. I love it. I love it. The song Synchronicity, there's two of them. The one that says, "With one breath, with one flow, you will know synchronicity," is it opens your eyes. So it's a very illuminating song. Somebody told me that Gordon Sumner, which is Sting, has a PhD. And I'm sorry, Sting, but you did not write that song. If you knew that much about synchronicity, you would be Q from QAnon. So his name's Gordon Sumner, Flash Gordon, Queen. Gordon is my grandparents. Agnes Gordon, AG, is 17. They lived on Wise Owl Farm. So at Bohemian Grove, they bow down to the owl. This is why. I'm a sage, a prophet, a mystic, a yogi, a monk, a spiritual guru. A witch, a warlock, space lord, genius, self-taught. So my genius is being labeled as a mental illness, and I can't understand why, because I have so much information. I'm very articulate. I live on my own. Right now, I'm at the Empress. I don't know, it's about $1,000 a week to stay here. I've been here all summer long. Kid Rock, cowboy, Kimball Musk, Tesla, modern day cowboy, signs. They arrested me holding big signs. So back to Queen, Flash Gordon. Killer Queen. Killer was my magic pussycat. We Are the Champions. Champ was my dog. Another one, Bites the Dust, BYTES. I don't, like, why doesn't anybody, I have seen it on Ancient Aliens, but this should be like our brightest minds should be discussing simulation theory. It's really, nothing else matters. Why are the pyramids and the ruins in the blueprint of a microchip or a motherboard? This is not a coincidence, as if, and you can't explain how you built its pyramids. Maybe they're just part of the construct and we're here. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's ever said that explanation, so I have a couple theories, but that one really resonates with me because I'm like, if you can't explain it, there's all this gold here. I'm telling you it's a simulation. It sounds like the prize for the person, Q, who figures this out. And they don't want to give me my prize. I know I'm an error. When they confirmed I was Q 5 years ago, while Trump was in office the first time, I was tagged at JFK Jr.'s Facebook. You can't say that the Trump administration or the Biden administration doesn't know who I am. Joe Biden had me locked up in Shepherd Pratt for flying my first Sky Banner. His Secret Service, Wendy, the Beach Boys, Wendy song, from the Cambridge office. So there's something, okay, so I just got my nails done at OC Nails, OC Time's Up. The color's black. I believe that's noir in French. And then white is blanc. It's like kind of blanc, right? Oui, oui. ICP, the witch. Color was number 92. So there's a rapper called 92 Legend. I'm a living legend. They want to silence me because if I expose Eat the Rich, you can make Heather with Eat the R. I actually have a big crush on Elon Musk, but I talked to Elon on several different pages. Most of them are bots. Are clearly bots, don't have any consciousness. But then Elon's private page contacted me. He called me a cosmic goddess and a cosmic queen, and talked to me 2 days about simulation theory, but then I got blocked out of X. I keep getting thrown out. I get thrown out like of Google, and then I got to go in and reset Google. And I put my phone number in, and they're like, well, we can't use this phone number because it's with too many accounts. I'm like, well, I don't have anybody else. So no matter what I do, it gets hindered, whether it's Google, YouTube takes my stuff down instantly. That means a machine. I put a 6-hour video teaching occult symbolism on album covers. How can all these people that do these young people who never even heard of this music are doing reactions? Are you paying to do that? I'm not even making any money. It's for educational purposes only because I teach my symbolism on it. So I got my nails done. This is how in tune with the universe I am. I live in my own little world because this is what I like to do. It's like I spy. When you wake up, Neo and Morpheus, you want to see me morph into Elon Musk? When you wake up, the people, everybody around you is still hopelessly dependent on the Matrix. And the Matrix unseen forces, which you would call demons, can influence them. And if you let, I'm trying to wake you up because these demons are going to drag you to hell. Because you're going to be attracted to my information and you're going to think you can steal it, or you think you're going to ridicule me and get away with it, steal everything I own, bread, Jesus H. Christ. I had everything, even my childhood souvenirs, my pets. So let's just keep going. I'm just going to talk. Uh, and I was held with no bond. They said I was dangerous. So I'm a vegetarian, almost vegan. You know, I'm not going to say vegan because if you catch me eating a piece of dough roller pizza, I don't want to look like a liar. So if I'm in my house and I have I buy even plant-based cheese and almond milk and plant-based butter. So I'm pretty much vegan. So I used to eat meat. Chicken and turkey used to be my favorite, and seafood, crab cakes. And now I channel being named Thoth from Atlantis, Emerald Tablets. He says the hum on his little birdie nuts. Well, he just says hum on my birdie nuts. It ain't nothing little. These are big spiritual nuts. He's got big balls. So it's contagious because I'm like, wait a minute. So so Donald Trump and all these politicians are nothing more than a mirage, part of the system. Everything comes from a quantum supercomputer. All their speeches, everything is already designed because you're in a simulation. So I think I'm called an anomaly. I'm channeling something, I think, older than time itself because the time's illusion. So whatever it is, when they tagged me to JFK Jr.'s Facebook page, they put a picture of a gray. And I've met these grays in the astral realm. And they time traveled with me first back to 1989. So doesn't Taylor Swift have a album 1989? The first time. And then the second time it was like back to the beginning of time, where it looked like there was one person, very hairy, little caveman-like. Not a monkey, just a very hairy Homo sapien. And big ass turtles, like dinosaur-sized turtles, trees that went to the heavens. And I didn't see any dinosaurs, but I did see, like, the turtle. If there was a turtle that big today, they'd kill him and eat him, and or put him in a zoo and find a way to exploit it. So a snapping turtle, snap in gematria is 1517, which is my daughter's phone number. So 517, Elon must take the red pill. So at Diamonds, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. I got red tips, so sparks fly from her fingertips. Sparks, witchy woman. Sparks was my first grade. So I got red, and it was number 81. So I looked up. This is what I do for a living. It's not a mental illness. It's no reason to lock me up as incompetent or arrest me for reporting this. This is coming out. A director for a Netflix, I think it was, documentary contacted me 5 years ago and asked me if I'd be interested in doing, he was talking about a documentary, or he said he was a Netflix director, and we were talking about JFK Jr., and he was mentioning a tarot card reader or a medium that he talked to, and I just had been confirmed Q. So this has been an awakening. So anybody who was claiming Q 5 years ago, you're following something that was just gonna make their deep state clone Trump some kind of messiah and make you believe that they took care of whatever the problem is, whether it's human trafficking, adrenochrome. I know they did this stuff to me in my dreams. George Bush and HW and W. Right before HW, I believe he was executed. So the envelopes say, I'm sorry, at the funeral. I'm sorry, they know everything. I've been posting this. I was like, I'm having terrible nightmares. So Enter Sandman, that shows a person drowning. He would put me in a drowning pool, dead pool, and close the lid, and hands would grab my feet. You could see it, and the semi. My dad drives trucks, Ronnie Metallica. He drives. Mama, they're trying to break me. I try to contact my dad. I don't even know if my dad's alive. My dad used to teach me this kind of stuff when I was younger, so I was like, I need to talk to my dad. And I don't know. I don't know, like, since I died, I don't know if that dad has a soul anymore. Like Lou, it's my family, and it seems like this is an epidemic of the one conspiracy theorist in the family that's telling the truth that actually sees because their third eye opened, they were chosen, is attacked by their own family members because they're going to be really rich and famous, and it's envy is real. That's one of the deadly sins, right? Envy, greed, Godsmack, gluttony, vanity. It's 4 of them. If I think of the other ones. Sloth. So, okay, so I study these abstract and obscure topics. Even if you don't believe me, I have the right to tell. It's like my thesis on my research that I did, and you can accept or reject what I'm saying. But there's other people, Rizwan Virk. I want to speak to Rizwan Virk. How'd you write that book without me? Rizwan, you can make wizard without the D. So, Sarah, here at the Empress. So at EMP, do you know that the ETs can, they can wipe everything out? At the EMP, I'm at the Empress. I don't know if you can see it, but EMP, Elon Musk. So now, I didn't see it personally. I just saw a seagull morph into a UFO, a plasma orb, today. And I saw on Facebook, on Ocean City, that somebody at the Hyatt and somebody at the Quality Inn, Quality Q, caught a Tesla rocket in Ocean City, Maryland. As I'm telling you, I'm working with Elon Musk to prove simulation theory, and nobody wants to speak to me. Mayor Rick Meehan, I believe it or not, I'm your guardian angel to show you that it didn't have to be this way. You can be a double agent, but you have to whistleblow. You have to tell the truth. I am unstoppable and undeniable. And once people hear my story, they're like, she's right. And I'm part of Q. I can show you. So Sarah is at the front desk. Sarah Fleetwood Mac. I worked at PHH Fleet. I am Rhiannon, the goddess. Sarah Smile. So at the Shangri-La, Yellow, the front desk was Len. Len, steal my sunshine? I love doing this. This is my purpose. And I can make a living at this. My QAnon merchandise that I just bought came from Otto. That's the person that confirmed I was Q 5 years ago and was talking to me when I was tagged to JFK Jr.'s Facebook page. I didn't tag myself. I didn't know. I'd never been on 4chan. I don't know. All I know is I did go down the rabbit hole, and then all it did was like, this is all too perfect. Things that make you go, CNC Music Factory, CNC, CC, is Colton and Chase, my sons. I'm going to make you sweat till you bleed. Is that dope enough? Indeed. I pay the price to control the dice. I'm all precise. To the point, I'm nice. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Alice Cooper? Her name's Alice? Alice in Wonderland? So Alice's Diner? Kiss my grits. This is the most ruthless Conspiracy, it's pathetic. They can't kill me. So they're crucifying my soul. They're crucifying my soul. The money that I do have, I'm blowing through supporting myself, but I'm going down swinging. So I really should right now go into a shelter. I should. But this girl's on fire. Alicia Keys, 101. That's my birthday. Schoolboy Q, Yearn 101. The 101 Dalmatians. The Dalmatian is the fire dog. The firewoman, the cult, occult symbolism, OC cult. Time's up, OC. Mayor McMahon, you better blow the whistle. The Tesla whistle? I see something that you don't. I even confronted him. I said, he says, I don't understand QAnon. Okay, I don't care if you don't understand QAnon. You understand deprivation of civil rights, slander, defamation of character, denial of due process, obstruction of justice, conspiracy. Soap water road? Oh, I wish I was a little bar of soap. I wish I was a little bar of soap. I would slippy, slippy, slidey. All over me, hands tiny. I wish I was a little bar of soap. Fucker. I want to work with, Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Why all of a sudden are Elon Musk rockets being seen in Ocean City, Maryland? Why does Kimball Musk, Tosca Musk, and Elon Musk all contacted me through Facebook? They're my only Facebook friends. I just made one new friend that I don't know. All the other ones are the Musks. I even told Tosca, I said, Tosca, your name rearranged, Limp Bizkit, is Coates. Judge Kathy V. Coates, CVC, was my brother's gutter company and vinyl siding. He did gutters and vinyl siding. Kathy, Paul Simon. Paul, the E.T. movie. Paul is my Top Gun pilot brother-in-law. My father-in-law is a rocket scientist for NASA, an author, MIT graduate. You don't get to just, I don't know what they've done to my family. I think they're under some kind of spiritual warfare. It's like somebody possesses their very soul. Or that they just don't have one because I died. So a woman that woke up in a parallel universe. My little granddaughter's awake. When I talked to her, I was like, she's sending me messages. It seems like from the other side or from the future. She told me she's only 4 years old. She tells her mom, she's the only reason that Kara started talking to me again, because Alina told her, hey Alina, who's your mommy? Because she was in my belly. And she told me, she's like, do you remember being in my belly? I said, you're Debbie. She said, but I am also Debbie because we're all one consciousness. Debbie, B-52s, Little Debbie, snack cakes. Little was my dog that died the same day as Debbie. There's intelligent design. I am the creator. I don't see what the problem is. They labeled me as dangerous. Every night, they held me for a year in jail while these incompetent CEOs gang-stalked me. I don't know if, I don't know if there's spiritual nature, there's a spiritual element behind it, but I think there's also money exchanging, because these people, Kathy V. Coates, you had to have been bribed to do what you did. To do what you did. Send me back to the ward. As I'm saying, Judge Coates, I'm Q from QAnon. I'm holding Rizwan Verk's simulated multiverse book, which I ordered while I was in jail. And she's like, we're not going through this. You give me a minute of your time. I even said, Judge Coates, I can recite the entire competency, the questions and the answers, and about 99 other terms. I got 99 problems, and a bitch ain't one. So Jay-Z was the first man I was with after Lucifer, Jeff Seller, and I don't know what happened to him. They put, I got threatened. I was like, somebody called and says, who's your fuck buddy? I was like, what are you talking about? It's none of your business. And then they put sugar, no sugar tonight, guess who? In his gas tank, and one of my pets went missing. I don't know if she ran away, but they do stuff like this. It's satanic ritual abuse. That's what's happening. The government and it's the Vatican. The Vatican doesn't want you to know the truth. It exposes their scam, their paper money god. I haven't asked you for a single penny. I've lost 2 years of my life, my children. More than that. I've been in isolation for 5 years. You know, I haven't been on a real date since I split up with Will. And he goes around badmouth me. I know he calls me a whore. I was like, I haven't been with anybody in 2.5 years. So he doesn't know. I don't know what he's doing. I wouldn't even imagine. I was sober for a while before this happened. So I can't even imagine why he would bring up the drugs, because he's a drug addict. He's a crackhead. He's done pills. I even believe he's shot coke. I've never shot anything. He told me he shot coke. So he's been arrested for it. And I don't know if maybe because he's hanging around new people, they believe, because he is charming. And he is, so I've seen him lie, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so fucking convincing. You deserve an Oscar. Oscar Mayer? His family is Oscar Mayer's family somehow. I'm channeling Elsa Mayer. Elsa, you can make Tesla? TNA? She's my little rock and roll space witch. So there's SEXY, right? Sexy. That's what Lou used to call me. I used to be in his phone as sexy. So, and now he makes everybody believe that I meant nothing. 25, a quarter century, and I meant nothing. So, it's more than just a divorce, and it's even more than a nasty divorce, because I was done. I was done, and I agreed we needed a divorce, but we bought a 25-acre farm as an investment, so I figured there were 3 places to live on that farm. Why was I made homeless instantly? She's homeless, Crystal Waters. I had to go by the evil eye crystals. I'm all into metaphysical stuff. When I had my third eye started to open, I went to the bookstore, and everything that I'm talking about is all together in one little section. I think it was back by the bathroom. And when I bought that stuff, I think because it goes in, they're like, oh, we got one that can see. I'm telling you, the nightmares, my family, they act different. I don't know, my daughter was doing, it's like my daughter talks about the similar things as me, but she won't acknowledge me. I'm like, what you're doing is copycatting. You're watching all of these people who are wannabe Qs. I just bought her my granddaughter a Tesla Cybertruck car. So I'd really like a picture. I bought it so you take a picture of it, and I was hoping you'd bring it down so she could ride it around down here, but now Kara doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't understand what's going on. I even asked Kara, though, are you a double agent? Are you undercover? Because one minute I'm like, there you are, my angel, and then another minute she's gone, she's not there. So The Exorcist. So there's a song called Evil Kara, and there's another one, something about Evil Kara, and it's I think it's called by the shamans, the QAnon shaman. My family's definitely under spiritual wickedness because QAnon is the best thing that could ever happen to our bloodline. They told me that I am a hidden royal bloodline, that I'm the legitimate heir to the throne. I even contacted Greg Hallett, the guy who's claiming that he's the legitimate heir to the throne, 5 years ago. Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Q is? Anybody found Q yet? So you see what I'm doing? So I was in the Worcester County Jail for a year, 369 days. 369, damn, you'll find. Get low, get low. I had a crush on CO Low. At the Harford County Jail, they did the same thing to me when I reported my Hunter Biden messages. And Secret Service locked me out. Aberdeen Police Department locked me up over and over again in the ward. I have the messages, and they kept me and told me to stop talking about it. We don't live in a matrix. The Dr. Lewis, total narcissist. Dr. Gideon attacked me. He facepalmed me because I was talking. And I'm kind of slumped down as I was like, oh, Jesus. I can't even talk about my family. My Aunt Darlene's Led Zeppelin, and Janie's got a gun. And so I straightened up because I was like, who are you talking to? I did not threaten them. I was hunched down a little bit because I felt like a dog being beat. I was like, wait, and it just clicked. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? And I was like, Gideon's Bible. Jethro Tull, Gideon's Bible, open at page 1. I got the Bible, and there's first 5 pages don't have page numbers. So I wrote some of my information. I enlighten you more in those on page 1 than the Vatican ever will, because they want your money. It's energy, because you worked for it. You worked a job probably that you don't like, and you think that paying the Lord is going to give you salvation and save your soul, and it's not. Telling the truth. You're going somewhere where everybody's telepathic, outside the matrix, and you can't lie about anything. Nothing. You have to be a transparent soul. So I've transcended the matrix, and I know it. And I know that it's a 5D spiritual chess game, checkmate, and Conan Gray, Heather, and I won. So it's like playing against somebody who isn't as knowledgeable about chess. Like somebody, I feel like I'm playing a beginner. And I'm like, honestly, I only have 2 moves left. I only have 1 move left, 2 moves left, because you have to say check when you have 1. And you can't see that you really there's nowhere to run. You should just say, oh, it's over. I see, I'm going to move there, and you're going to take that, and it's over. It's like stalemate, where you just sit there. So it's 5D chess. You can't solve the problem thinking with a three-dimensional mind. You have to see from the perspective of the one, the creator, that we're all one. That it's like a Indian tribe, like the tribe that has where the chief has a mansion teepee, and the person that gets the water is living under a bush. Your tribe's going to fail, and that's what's happening now with your society, with the classes. So the rich keep getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. There's people that sleep in the cars that work a full-time job. it's becoming, they're making it so it's slow. It's like the frog. If you turn up the water real slow, that frog will sit there until it boils to death. I'm there in Russo. I'm mad as hell. Um, so people have gotten used to, okay, I work a job and now I work a part-time job. Okay, now I'm working 2 full-time jobs to make ends meet. Okay, now I'm thinking about doing something on the side. And that's not, you're living as asleep in a third dimensional in the matrix. So you have to think that we're all one, and why can't all the world's wealth, including the gold, because I'm a pharaoh, like those priceless treasures, you're grave diggers. That's my prize money. And so is the Vatican money. They have unimaginable wealth. And so did the Queen. She had wealth I don't even think you would find documented. Not humans. So, back to Queen. Q is for Queen. We will rock you. Chuck Rock was my uncle. I had a crush on. He was a little girl. He was like, I don't know, 6'5". So handsome. Atari has a video game called Chuck Rock. So, he was married to my Aunt Peaches. Peaches, making of a perfect day. So, 107, when I hear that 107, I've never met 107, but his voice was, I could tell his videos are AI. It jumps around a little bit, and like Charlie Ward, I actually saw turned like 50 Shades of Brown. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That's Charlie Brown. His voice sounded like he was when he sucked helium. See ya? 50 Shades of Grey. He turned 50 Shades of Brown. I'm like, these videos are AI. So his voice was on my daughter's phone, voicemail. And when somebody came to speak to me 5 years ago, right before they talked to me, I heard that voice. And then 2 people named Mark and Katie showed up. A man named Solo Man claimed that they worked for him, and he was from Africa. At the time, I didn't think about Elon Musk, didn't know much about him, except for I was hearing telepathically that Elon Musk wanted my soul for baby X. So, some of the things I'm just telling you some of the things that I've heard. I don't even know if Elon Musk is real. Mr. Roboto, that song's about somebody, and what I'm talking to on the one day I talked for 2 days, and there was somebody conscious behind Elon's private page. But all the other ones are, the one doesn't remember the other one. I'm like, Elon, you don't remember me. We talked for 2 days about simulation theory. So I talked to Kimball years ago, and he offered me a job with Tesla, and now somebody posing as Kimball, one of the Kimball's page, somebody's posing as Kimball, and then the other one I don't talk to. And then Tosca, I talked to Tosca, and I need to talk to her more. I want to talk simulation theory. When you avoid wanting to talk about simulation theory, it means you have no consciousness. That is just a no-no, because it's going to end in the NPC getting triggered, or possibly their energy. The energy goes up, so it's best to just walk away. There's no sense in arguing with fungus. It's an energy vampire. I think they're also called archons. For them to sustain their life, these jobs that are complete illusion. It's just control. It's disguised as democracy. what I want to know is, okay, how does an incompetent person know about such spiritual knowledge? And even though the word quantum mechanics, quantum physics, quantum jumping, quantum entanglement, as you get entangled, your energy gets entangled with these narcissists. So HG Tudor that's like anonymous voice. I think that's for me. It's on my behalf. Years ago I was told that I am the queen, and her power would be transferring to me when the time is right, when I'm ready, because it's an awful lot of power. It's an awful lot of power. I don't know anything more than that. Money, I'm not sure. I would assume, but I'm fine with just the recognition of who I am, because I want to open up some businesses in Ocean City, and I want to live down here for at least a while. I want to have an address here. So I have a QAnon store. So the whole world, when Quinn the Eskimo gets here, everybody's going to want one of those. Quinn is my niece. Quinn the Eskimo, the Alaska stand, it's gone. I had ideas for that. I thought, man, I was going to buy that. Ocean City's going to buy it for me when I bankrupt them. And then I'm going to put all the money back into Ocean City. All of it. I don't have to do that. I can go to Virginia Beach, Drake. I go to Atlantic City. So wouldn't you like Ocean City to be the first? I watch all the trash men. Bird is the word. So I watch all the trash men going by. I'm like, and the public works and the street sweepers. I'm like, man, and the maids. Because the inmates are the ones who understood this more than the officials. And I was like, man, if the public works people knew what was happening, what Mayor Rick Meehan, for whatever reason, seems to be passing on, that the people, the business owners and the property owners, even though that it's a very unfortunate beginning. I'm from Maryland, and I grew up coming to Ocean City. Right now, Ocean City needs to be cleaned up. It's the people, it's society. That's what idiocracy is about with the trash landslide, Fleetwood Mac. It's people just don't care. So I'm not completely blaming the city, but the whole world will come here to experience. They're like, oh, the Who, Happy Jacks. Happy Jacks might even have to make 2 stories. They might have to put an addition or something, because you're going to have people coming from all over the world, ELO, all over the world. And I have ideas for indoor things like the roller skating rink, Xanadu, the Rush, Heather Smith, You Are Backwards, Xanadu, Olivia Newton-John. Olivia's my niece. The Rio roller skates. Rio is my last name, or Rioso. Her name is Rio, and she dances on the sand. So, and a alien puppet course, and a shopping destination with all of these things that are in these songs that are extremely symbolic, like Candlebox. Mayor Rick Meehan doesn't know what that means. It's about suicide. And I know what that Candlebox is about. I can show you. Everybody's going to want one. It's going to be a spiritual thing. You're going to be like, oh my God, she is talking to angels. That means she's talking to my grandma, or my wife, or my son or daughter. She's my pet. She's the pets. POD, here comes the boom. POD is my cat tripod. Mama Genesis is my white cat. I believe that cat turd is the inspiration. Mama's the inspiration for cat turd. So, Atlanta, Season of the Witch. I'd like a condo. I'd like my grandparents' condo on the top floor. That'd be really nice. So, Rock and Roll Space Witch, Tetra Joseph JFK Jr. is alive. So, I'm doing this myself. It's I'm wondering if all the people that contacted me were just ETs that can hack, hackers, and anonymous can hack. Because Elon Musk even called me, and that was Elon Musk. Very handsome Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is older now. He's 54, and with the chainsaw, you could see he's 54. I'm about to turn 52. It is what it is. I feel young at heart. So I take really good care of myself. But I want to warn people, other people like me, conspiracy theorists. They use sonic weapons. Bull in the Heather, Sonic Youth, Masonic. This Freemasons. When I first started to wake up after a UFO went over my head on Powell Road, Gomer Pyle, surprise, surprise, surprise. Shazam! Well, golly. They arrested me at Wellington. So Paranormal Wellington, I think there's a TV show. I could have multiple TV shows. I could have a paranormal investigator business teaching people who believe their houses are haunted what's truly going on and how to communicate with them. And you might not like everything that I have to say because going vegan is one of the things. So, but that's up to you. I don't care. I'm just telling you what happened to me. They were using terrible spiritual warfare on me. I had a great life, farm, family, and then I think they targeted my back because I started to have back issues without really doing anything. So, and I'm having it now as if somebody's sticking a pin into a voodoo doll right at my sciatic nerve. It makes you wonder now, because I'm definitely a victim of black magic. I'm aware of it now. I could never use black magic when the intentions behind that are evil. I don't care if you're my worst enemy. I don't think like that. I'm very aware of the spiritual realm and how that evil intentions, that's what the evil eyes return to sender. Boomerang, Imagine Dragons. You don't do that. It's karma, and sometimes you have to let the criminals do the crime. Incompetent Professor D's nuts. I started my podcast or my YouTube channel for the incompetent Professor D's nuts, teaching not only the 30 questions on the competency test with no paper, from memory, take the M off, it's Emory, my farm is Emory Church Road, my mother's grave. I was teaching all kinds of other stuff. Like, what do you want to know? Give me the questions to the bar, and I bet you I could pass it. Just give me a little time. Time, T-I-M, is M-I-T. The same lady the doctor, Chappelle, from the Maryland Department of Health, I threatened her. After she found me incompetent the first time, I was like, man, this is going to bite you because I'm going to sue you, and they're going to see this competency in court. So you might be winning that battle, but you're gonna lose the war. I'm going to speak. I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to share my evidence that I was telling the truth the whole time. And I really didn't go into QAnon. I didn't go into it because I'm aware that they see everything as a mental illness because they're taught to. So, but it said it in the statement of probable cause that she said that it's a simulation and we live in a matrix without clarifying that she said she's Q from QAnon, and she flew the sky banner that made the news on everything Ocean City Business and News, May 29th, 2024. What part of this is Ocean City not understanding? I built the city on rock and roll. That's the wait till the people, even if you run me out of here, if I have to go to a shelter, I'm still going to do this. I'm going to hashtag Ocean City. I'm going to be Mayor Rick Meehan. I'm your biggest fan now. Show me where you go to dinner every night. I love it. Go to the Sunset Grill. I was thinking about inviting you to Sunset Grill. My treat. Trick or treat. I'll pay. If you're willing to sit down and talk to me like an adult. We need to, you said maybe I should call Elon Musk. I'm already in contact with Elon Musk. Are you? I think you might be too. The security guard, Denard, Otis Redding Security, told me that Elon Musk Zooms him with 15,000 people, and I'm wondering if Mayor Rick Meehan's one of them. And he said that don't worry, that Elon's going to take care of it, that you're going to have a place to live, and everything's going to be okay when it's over. He said, you'll get your license back. I was like, the security guard. And I reported him because they all started to gang stalk me about Elon Musk. I want to speak to Elon Musk. We need to talk to Elon Musk to see if this person's even conscious, or if it's a Tesla bot with skin, or a soulless clone. I'm not saying he is. He might be a genius in the shadows. I talked to something conscious at Elon's private page, but I've also talked to Khufu, who channeled through somebody, which is a god. And that's what I want to talk to. I was like, there is intelligent life. I can't find it in a human being, in a physical. We are spirits in the material world. The police. I'm Special Agent Oso. The bear in Spanish is Oso. I contacted Interpol. So Interpol has a song called Evil. They have a song called Grand Hotel. So I stayed at the Grand Hotel. I actually lost a night because of Kathy V. Coates. I was planning on getting out, and I had done my time. I proved I was competent, but because I sent them Q stuff, they ordered another competency I sent Officer Walker, I think it was 70, I think he said 74 messages. Not just messages, evidence. I contacted Officer Lee, in State's Attorney Investigations Department, so the General Lee, Johnny Cash. They can't say this whole town. I contacted what's it called, the Seaboard. I was going to put, we live in a matrix. I'm JFK Jr., just like the Sky Batter. The Sky Batter won't call me back now. The board, the water board, told me, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, this is, I'm doing a documentary. He's like, is this a threat? I was like, no, it's a promise. It's not a threat at all. I can't even put an ad in the local paper. So a man can seek a man, right? I don't know. I guess they have a personal section, but they would not put that we live. I was looking for an assistant. I was going to look for an assistant. So I can't do that, obviously. So deprivation of civil rights. It's the First Amendment. I have the right freedom of speech. And the scary thing is that everything I'm saying is the truth and verifiable. It's not a secret now. You're like, this woman was held for a year? Go talk to, if you understand me, go try to talk to Mayor Rick Meehan or one of these people that are in power, the Assistant Warden Drummond. And you'll be like, well, there's nothing there. How did you get to be in the position you are? And if you're rich, how did you get that much money? I need to know. Tom Petty, I need to know. Because I did not see anything gifted about either one of those people, Mayor Rick Meehan or Assistant Warden Drummond. And I actually asked the COs if Warden Timothy Mulligan had a lobotomy. And I asked if he was an actor. I was like, is he an actor? You guys, I was like, you guys need to call your insurance company. You've seen enough incompetent people. You should have raised red flags. A whole grievance, I wrote the competency on camera. I wrote down the time and date on camera. And I put it on a grievance. They stopped giving me grievances. Grievance number 502, Megadeth 502. In Snow Hill, Snow Informer, I'm a confidential informant of government and police corruption. It's dangerous because they'll kill you. I'm wanted dead or alive, John Bon Jovi. Blaze of Glory, my last name's Glorioso. Blazin is a family member. I was sitting at the 9/11 memorial, right? And I'm doing a video. And they asked me to move. I'm like, you all know I'm who I am. And I talk to angels. And you're going to pretend I'm not even here. As you're pretending to care about those people who died, I'm screaming, the dead souls, the crow. Crow backwards is Worcester, W-O-R-C. The dead souls, they keep calling me. And I can't, they're my only friends. The only ones that tell the truth. And your government would shoot them down and lock them up and interrogate them for military secrets. And then the most kind, loving, they're us from the future, evolved consciousness. After making terrible mistakes like nuking ourselves. That's why they look like that. The Fallout Boy Century cab is the cab that I take, that I use. His name's Chris. So Christ. Xmas, I have X's and M's on both hands. On my palms. So I went for a palm reading the other day, and the lady's energy was really good. I was like, I think she knew something, because I had a totally different experience, I think, with the owner, Jeannie. I don't know if she's the owner, but she, much older, can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's like, you're in a matrix. No, honey, you are. I don't know you are. So this girl, Pamela, so there's a song, Pamela. God, I just looked it up. Maybe Beach Boys, I have to look it up again. I'm sorry. Doing the best I can. I work hard for no money. So I said, I'm Q from QAnon. They believe that I'm JFK Jr. She says, you are. She says, you're also Joan of Arc. I said, I'm actually, we're everybody. It was a nice confirmation, but still, you can't just say I'm JFK Jr. and I'm senior. I'm Ted. Ted's my father-in-law. Rosemary. Rosemary's baby. They told me 5 years ago that I'm Rosemary's baby. My grandfather, I never met him. His name was George, JFK Jr. He molested my mom, Debbie, B-52s, and my Aunt Janie. Janie's got a gun. Devil's got a new disguise. I believe that my bloodline has been targeted because now that I took a step back and saw Lou with my third eye, I was like, you're demonic. You're gonna kill me, and just to, you know what he told me? He told me that I'm not good. I'm not good. Crackhead and whore and all kinds of stuff. That if I would have been good, maybe I could have drove his Cadillac, his new pink Cadillac. I call it the pink Cadillac. It's like pearl, so it kind of like, I don't know, glistens a little bit in the sun. When the first time I saw it, I was like, isn't it got a pink hue? Pink Aerosmith? But that's what he told me, that if I just would have behaved, I could have driven his Cadillac. I'm going to do a little bit better than that. My Westminster Cadillac, Westminster Abbey. Abby's my niece. I'm the queen, Q. My grandmom in Wise House Farm, Bohemian Grove, Bohemian Rhapsody. had a friend named Bill O'Rourke. He died young. So Heather O'Rourke, poltergeist, you're living on my mom's farm, my grave, my farm, my mom's grave. I don't know who you are. I don't know if his new supply. I, I think my ex is obsessed with me and finding out about this narcissism stuff and the Police song, Every Breath You Take. I knew, I was like, I was told telepathically that that's about an obsessed ex-husband. And Lou's obsession is making sure that I don't find peace and happiness. Smear my name, just ruin it. I'm crazy. So you won't give me 5 minutes of your time to hear, wow, like you all, like the people that know me, you grew up with me. I did. I fell into drugs, but I'm not crazy. That doesn't make you crazy. It was spiritual warfare, and I got clean. You could say I'm living my best life. I've been living all summer long, Kid Rock, like I said. Can you see the pool? New shoes. I got all new shoes. Every time they lock me up, all my stuff gets thrown away, or my daughter has to come and get it, so I have to buy new stuff. So I can't wait. It's the cover says poolside. But in order to sustain this, something's got to give. I have to, you have to admit I'm Q. I'm going to open a shop. And I'm going to start teaching it, and it's going to cause uproar and uprising. Muse, it's going to cause an uprising. So see how I get a little loud because I'm passionate? I don't mean to do that. So loud in gematria is 3634. It's called excited utterance because I'm so excited to tell this to you. Like, even you Freemasons who who believe that these 33 degrees, they scare you because you're like, oh, they show you things that you're not supposed to see unless you're ready for it. You're not supposed to get it by taking a vow of silence and oath. I didn't. And now I'm like, oh my God, it's my family, it's mine. It's like walking up to the pyramids and you're like, I can read this. You want me to interpret this? You guys hadn't thought of this. So I'm not saying I'm all-knowing because every day I think I can't possibly find anything out better today than yesterday. And then boom, something will come and blow my mind. It'll blow my mind. So, well, it's like week was last week, so it's kind of slow. I have ideas like monster trucks on the beach. We used to go to Virginia Beach, Drake, and do monster trucks with we could do the Gravedigger, Dave Matthews. Go listen to that song. It's about you. It's really scary. That's what my old truck used to look like. Gravedigger. When you dig my grave, can you make it shallow so I can feel the rain? The rain, Eric Clapton, my father's eyes. I'm channeling anybody who's lost their father, or even if your father's still alive, go talk to him and see if he's there. If you get resistance, be gentle. It's like waking somebody up out of anesthesia. Be gentle with it, but there comes a time it's like they're not going to wake up. And that's what happened with my husband. And I haven't really been able to contact my kids enough because it's parental alienation. They're constantly, repetitively told that I'm crazy, I'm crazy, I'm crazy. Oh my God, Mom was telling the truth. I hate my dad, ICP. My boys are princes. 319, 3 is C, 19 is S. So that's all of them. Colton Smith, Chase Smith, Camden Smith, and my angel, Cash Smith. Show me the money. He's so funny. Cash, he was talking to me before I even knew his name. I kept pulling me to Johnny Cash, and I didn't even know Cash's name at the time. And the 309, that's my phone number backwards, 903. So when he died, I'm crying, and it's like I think they're trying to break me. Oh my God, I think they killed him. The Johnny Cash song, they killed him. I don't know, but it's extremely suspicious. He had a heartbeat up until the moment he was born. Sounds like medical malpractice to me. Um, so Jackson is my dog and my old neighbor. He was a little boy, Jackson Tillman. Everybody that I say, it's unfortunate if you took a bribe, signed an NDA or anything, suck these nads, NDA, uh, or like just been bad mouthing me behind my back, because it's all going to come out that there's a ruthless conspiracy against me. Why? Ask yourself why. Heather, look, I just watched a video. I was frazzled in my old videos a little bit, unsure as I'm being led to this one and this one. It was almost like I was the collector of souls. They would lead me to this person, make me think that this person is a twin flame or in my twin soul tribe, and then it would just go. It would just leave as if I was just getting their qualia, their synchronicity. It led me to the conspiracy music guru. I was like, I'm looking at it, and he's the same as Elon Musk. He has different faces, way different ages, way different. And I was like, he sings about the stuff that I'm being thrown in the jail and the ward for talking about, but he doesn't tell you the whole truth. I love conspiracy music guru. I love his music. That is such a fun way to teach this, but what I have to question you is, and he has a song, I sold my soul to the devil. How did you do this? Because I clearly know everything. You're talking about Paul McCartney, Jet, Chase Jet's my son, Heather. He has a song called Heather Mills. Paul came into my dream with John, with about a white feather. It was just a white feather over there. It might have blew away. I just saw it. I meant to mention it. I should have grabbed it at the time. It might have blew away. Oh, there it is. White feather. I contacted John Buzzard. Buzzard. So this was in 2014. It was after the UFO sighting. I also had my UFO sighting on Paw Road. Hal and Greer Nursery. Nursery rhymes. Mother Goose. Goose is my grandma. John and Paul. Paul said he died in 1966 and his Aston Martin was replaced with Billy Shears. John was a spiritual guru. He's the Jesus figure that I was like, you look exactly, it's John. Looks good. And he's coming. I was stabbed. I remember being stabbed in like World War I or World War II. It was a dream. It seems like a dream. But I was stabbed and I died, and I was walking by the side of the road, and John picked me up in a Chevy van, Sammy John's Chevy van, and he had Loverboy Scott Smith in the passenger seat, passenger let her go, and a woman in the back, and I was stabbed in the back, and it was raining, so I was soaking wet, and I was like, can you take me to the hospital? And they're like, they said, you have to go back. And I started to become aware. I was like, oh, I did, it happened again. I died again. I was like, I don't want to go back. Please don't make me go back. They keep making me come back. You got to teach. I don't want to. I don't want to learn. What's the sense? So Scott Smith, Lover Boy, I'm loving every minute of it. My loving bunny. Played me a song that doesn't exist in this at this time. In this dimension. I don't know, maybe it's from the future. It was a beautiful song. It's like, he said his name, he went missing overboard. So I don't know, there might be some foul play there. I can't say for sure. I think I need to be put in a trance, and then you can call forth whoever, you can call forth Ra. The law of one, you can call forth Ra. They're so funny. I know this is where comedy comes from. That's the witch's laugh. That's all I do. If you listen to me, you would think I'm crazy. They just have me laugh, and I do. I guess you would call it schizophrenia, but why am I schizophrenic all of a sudden? Because now I'm telepathic. It's what the Q clearance is, telepathy. So all other clearance is going to be revoked. So if you're not telepathic or following me, if you're still not telepathic but you'll follow me, then I'll still give you a little bit of time. You have to whistle blow. I'm not playing. I'm not going away. I'm going down swinging. I'll be okay for a while. As I think I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to show you all my cards. So, the word's getting out. I'm talking to people. And where I used to get resistance immediately, I've actually talked to a couple open-minded people, couples, where before it was like I felt like I was intruding by even talking to a man. Like, who do you think you are? But now first thing I do is I ask the woman, what's your name? I want to show you how we're all one consciousness. I'm not a threat at all. I am you. I'm you from our soul is all one. We're all connected to the Rhiannon goddess energy. And I'm not saying that I'm some goddess or beautiful or anything like that. My mom used to call me beauty. But they do it to me terribly. I think they have voiced the skull. They just tell me I'm ugly and old and fat. I'll be having the best day, and then I'll just get these thoughts. I shake my head a lot just to, stop doing that. I think that's what the tinfoil hat's about. I don't think it's the aliens doing it. I think it's the government doing it. This is how I want to do the videos. I want to tell it in a new perspective. Possibly working with Mayor McMahon, say he's a double agent who helped bring the entire thing down. But if you're not going to speak to me, then you have no consciousness. Because I'm clearly, Ricky, don't lose my number, Steely Dan. Dan is my uncle. I'm clearly your soul. So I'm here I am a guardian angel, so you can see me as an angel. But if you see me as a demon or the devil, then that's your problem, not my problem. It's not my problem. I was going to sing, but I forgot the song. There's a guy. I got to play it. I want to see if I can, because it's funny. Okay, there's a guy. He's the poop singer. And he sings the songs. He'll put your name, and I'll say, Heather Poop. Heather Poop. And I think it's genius. So I contacted Interpol. It's weird. Like I told you, I'm part of a sting on the police and the government. Interpol sent Mindy into the Spring Grove Hospital. There's all kinds of undercovers there. They're showing me. That's what some of the gang stalking is I think undercovers or whistleblowers. So I am extremely mad, but I am understanding if your intention was, or at some point in this circumstance, you woke up and you whistleblowed. I'm not going to press charges or anything like that, and I'll be like, thank you. Otherwise, I've held myself together. I've done what I was told, but I'm making known. It takes so much. This shit's getting pretty old. I mean, it's not funny. Run DMC. Run DMC, you can make cans in. It's just I need to buy 2 gals. By the way. Pat Sajak. Pat is 217. Bob. I told Bob, I was like, at the Aunt Jemima's Witness Bible study, he threw me out. I said, I'm your dead wife, Pat. Let me show you. 217. Pat, 7. Sorry, it's exactly future. Pat, 7, 1, 2. So Future has a song. I was like, I need to show you this. I'm channeling your wife back. She says, she loves you. She'll see you when it's over. It's on the other side. They threw me out of Bible study. They threw me on the boardwalk, and I walk up and I'm like, let me explain to you why you're not teaching the truth. You're brainwashing people. You're regurgitating information that somebody told you and they were wrong. So what are you doing to these people? Leave them alone. If you're not going to even listen to me, because they can't argue with me. Nobody can argue with this truth. It's like arguing with the sunrise. Can't argue with the sun. Do you know what this has done to me? Psychologically, I don't trust anybody. I'm going to be alone the rest of my life. So I feel like. But Elon Musk reached out to me. He called me. I saw him on the phone. I was like, he says, I can't see you. And then we got disconnected. I can see him though. That was Johnny Cash. That was at the Burgundy Inn. So crystal chandeliers. I want to open up a really big crystal shop. Like a really big one. Like there's a place called Silver Eagle in Naples. You need something like that down here. So people come to go shop, and people are going to come from all over the world. The beach is beautiful. There's cool things. It just doesn't have any mojo. You've lost your mojo. That's me, and you need to retire. You need to retire. You need to help me save Ocean City. What I'll do is I'll alert the mayor of Atlantic City and Virginia Beach and let them know beforehand, before they're in the stranglehold, hey, would you like to be the first? So I'm not getting any cooperation with Ocean City. And I am JFK Jr., and there's millions of people waiting for me, so you're hindering QAnon. I know you heard of QAnon now. You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. They stole 6 feet of paperwork. 6 feet. What do you all think I was in there writing? I wrote a jailhouse song. I sent to admin. I wrote a jailhouse song. The the 12 days of Jailhouse Christmas. I wrote him a poem. I wrote drum in a really nice, I forgot what it's called, but it's where you take her name, Drummond, and the D, you start writing with a D, and you add a bunch of D words. Oh, it was pretty good. I told her how wonderful she is, Oasis. I saw the Oasis the other day. So I said that they don't have snowball. They do have snowballs down here, but they just don't have, like, there's a cool one called Snow Oasis in Cockeysville. The place is always packed. So the snowballs down here is kind of like an afterthought here. Here's this, and we have like 6 flavors or whatever. I've never had a snowball in Ocean City, which is odd. I was like, you need a Snow Oasis, like with gourmet snowballs, like drizzled with caramel and whatnot, gourmet caramel popcorn and apples. And people don't have any money, but if you let them, once Q is the Nacera, the Jacera, the reset, everything's going cashless. So cash died. Everything's going cashless, and it's mine. I own the air you breathe, and I know it. I don't mind if you breathe it, as long as you acknowledge me. You've already done this to me. You stole 2 years. Worcester County stole a year, and you also locked me up. You're the ones that took me to the hospital. I called and I flew this first guy about over 420. Jesus saves the stoned woman. Get it? Right. So at Atlantis, Donovan Season of the Witch. I called to report. Hey, I had proof. I flew the Skybanner. I did a 45. I paid like $2,500 for that Skybanner because it flew for 45 minutes in April. So it was pretty much for me and a couple people on the beach. But it was for me to do a video. So I had something to show them. And I'm looking at them, and I was like, there's nobody home. It's like I'm talking to dead people. Like they're not there. Like she's not there. Zombies, she's not there. He's not there. And it's like, you guys don't think this is cool at all? Like nothing. So I was like, I was talking. I showed him. I think I showed him, or I told him that Hunter Biden's stalking me. I have the messages, and they just stood there with that blank stare, like in Idiocracy. And I was like, I was jokingly wearing a purple moose shirt with no bra. Totally see my nipples. Nipples, Jesus H. Christ song. Moose is Bruce Blizzard. Bruce Almighty, I got the power. I said, I'm going to kill Joe Biden. Because I sent Joe Biden a message. I told him I'm going to smother him with my lethal magic pussy. And I was just joking. It's just to get a reaction out of him. Because I was like, you guys listening to me? Oh, hands behind your back. They took me to the hospital. I was like, whatever, take me to the hospital. They called Secret Service. Wendy came. Didn't want to talk to me, want to talk to my kids about QAnon. It's like, talk to me. You've labeled it a domestic terrorist. It's all over the news. Wendy, you should have... I know you didn't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop watching me. Ever. You can't stop because you can't do it by yourself. So I was just kidding. I was like, you guys know you didn't come get me when I sent him a direct messages through WhiteHouse.gov. That I'm good. I told Joe, I said, hey Joe, Jimi Hendrix, I told him I hope he chokes on Donkey Cock. And he's a traitor. And it's crimes against humanity. And I said, I'm going to smother you, Smothers Brothers. Because I'm just joking. That's not a legitimate threat. I'm not stalking Joe Biden. I'm not looking. I don't own guns. It's not legitimate. So I don't know if it's possible. So No, maybe the fat hungry chick could smother Joe Biden with her pussy, but I can't. I don't think I could. I think Joe Biden would be able to throw me off. Even Joe Biden might be able to throw me off. So, I don't think he would, though. So, Cotton Eye Joe, a swipe of the pen, Colton turns into Cotton. Cotton, King of the Hill, Snow Hill. I contacted I think her name's Janet Simpson, or Sam Simpson, Snow Hill Mayor. Like, these people just ignored me. I didn't, because they don't know what Q is. They don't know that it's a sting. I'm like, you guys, this QAnon is to expose police corruption. I'm going to find a lie detector examiner. If I had to get my own, go take a class or whatever to do it to myself, I will. Contacted Polygraph Paul. He instantly, what do you want a lie detector for? That's none of your fucking business. Paul, the ET movie. So I went to Big Peckers, had a salad. They don't have any vegan. Like, you need a vegan restaurant down here. So a lot of people that come here that, like, I have to cook all the food myself. I was like, I'd like to have a vegan little vegan carry out, or I think there's something, but it's nothing that caught my eye. So I think there's one thing. It's just it didn't look. I was like, I don't really want to go there. So I have a big plans for it's veganism's going to take over when you figure out that, wow, you can talk to your ancestors simply by telling the truth. You have to confess all your sins. I had to confess. Confess is a dead friend. I had to confess. I confessed affairs because I was like, I don't. I saw the truth, and they were like, look, it's revelations. You have to tell, or this you might as well tell. Like Eminem at the end where he just like, I don't. I'm just going to tell you everything that you can use against me. And then there's, the crowd, you have nothing to use. So, and that's what I did. So, I'm not actually Heather. That's an ancestor. I don't think, bad to the bone. It's almost like there's three of me. Future, a present, and a past. I live in the now. So I believe by living in this now that I've quantum jump timelines, to where, how do I know that yesterday was my yesterday? Only these non-player characters who smear me, junkie, crackhead, I was a bad, I heard it in my head, make it ugly because it's going to be biblical. So I couldn't stop it. Like I did, I took 100 blood pressure pills. I tried to take my life several times. Under pressure, queen. I was sinking, and I couldn't. I was like, I was living, and I can't get out. So DMX, I have M's and X's on my hands. So y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. I really could go for a dip. Go for the dip. And the pool. Swimming pool. Kendrick Lamar Lamb is the E.T. Aleister Crowley used to channel. Crowley is Crow. Worcester. Backwards. So I'm not leaving. I can't go back to Aberdeen. I'll die. I'll suffocate spiritually. Just thinking about it. So I'm going down swinging. I got enough money to stay here a while and do videos. And I'm going to do better. I'm going to stop talking about what Ocean City has done to me and what I'm going to do for Ocean City. Because they're going to pay. And like I said, anything, don't hate on me. They're going to pay me for, and it's going to be punitive. Because the nature of it, the ruthlessness, the conspiracy, the premeditated, incompetent. I was hit. I, I think the lady was mentally disabled. And she's, I think, a whore and a junkie. I think that's what she did. Uh, all she did was sleep. When she attacked me, she spit in my eye, and she threw a little bar of soap at me, and she pulled down her pants and showed me her ass crack. And I'm talking to this woman, and I'm being held for as incompetent, IST. And this woman's going to court, and she doesn't even know her charges. Her little friend was watching her coach her on what her charges are, and she just wasn't getting it. I was like, this woman assaulted me because I trigger these low vibrational beings. It triggers them. My light. They sense it. Maybe it's like their sixth sense, even though it's very dull. Something triggers it. That's why I think they have limited sight, these demonic forces, but they still can't grasp the concept of simulation theory. So they have no consciousness. The demons wrote to play this game, to have something to play against. But I love the demons. I believe they all surrender to me, because I think they're a dark necessity, and they're just stop bothering me and anybody who follows me, and go do your job. Go do your job. So I don't care. I have zero fear of death. I've died so many times, near-death experiences. I went to a place called Nirvana. They didn't call it heaven, and it was a vibration. It was a feeling of love, like as if every single one of them were Jesus. It's like, you guys all love me more than my family does. My family hates me, and I actually think, I'm wondering, I was like, is my family all CIA? Did they know this? Darlene, Led Zeppelin, Ronnie Metallica, Carol, Christmas carols, Uncle Tom's Cabin, Warren, Daniel Elton John, Debbie B-52s. It was really weird. I called my mom one time when I was a kid, and I specifically remember this. She was trying to shred. She said it was her will. So I said, what do you have a will for? You don't have anything. So she's crying, and she's trying to shred it in the fan. A big fan, Blades was another cellmate who understood what I was talking about. I don't know, it's just got a really weird feeling. I was like, I'm wondering if my family sold me out a long time ago, because I proved simulation theory. I think Lou was sent as a handler. And my Aunt Carol, I called her for some help. And she says, Heather, stop talking about the Matrix. And I was like, well, can I have Darlene's number? Can I have Uncle David's? I said, I'm going to go be homeless, Carol. I never did anything to you. I never did anything to you. Like, I had, up until then, I had pretty good memories of Carol. I think she bought me Aesop's Fables books. I mean, I have memories like this. She bought me barrettes with feathers when I was 10, I think it was her. A stamp, a wax with the stamp, like really cool. And she was going to leave me in her will. And then when I went to ask her for help, she said, stop talking about the Matrix. Well, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. So, I want that farm. She told me that ghosts would come into the door and stuff, but yet you don't want to listen to what I have to say? Oh, what does that lead me to believe? That you sold me out. I want that house. Those ghosts are not coming there for you. They're coming there to tell you to leave. They're going to tell you to leave because I'm going to give out the address. So Plunkard, what's that? The Planet Fitness, Lunk Alert. Don't they have Lunk Alert? Here's it's on Plunkard Road. lunk alert. And all of the equipment at Planet Fitness says Matrix. And Planet Fitness is PF, which is, P is 1 6, and F is 6. So 616 is Chase's birthday. What are you trying to do to me? I think that, like, you, I think I woke up, I died. I clearly died. And I woke up in a parallel universe where my family are actually imposters. Because even though my family and I, they were very dysfunctional, I wouldn't think anybody in my family would let me go homeless or with evil intention try to steal my dream of QAnon, proven simulation theory. The people around you influence you. Not anymore. I had to cut ties with everybody. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even Heather anymore. I'm Rhiannon. So if any of them want to come and apologize, I want an essay. And maybe, like my kids, can't just, I say, I don't really love my kids anymore. I don't love their 3D selves. My kids wake up and become 5D, which I think Kara is. But it seems like they got a hold on her. They do. Really got a hold on me? I think they do. She's being influenced by, my stepdad is completely, he's pretending, because he looks like Merlin. He reminds me of Merlin. And he got a restraining order against me. Why, Mike? I didn't do anything to you. I told, Kara called the police and reported that I was going to kill my granddaughter and got a restraining order against me. I never did such a thing. I was like, she attacked me twice. I never even spanked this girl. All after I was confirmed killed. She told me that Dad should have burned all your stuff. I was like, what the hell are you? So I just spent $1,700 on a Tesla kid's car for my granddaughter. I guess I want to see her in pictures, because I am Elon Musk. Tesla monster truck. Tesla Cybertruck monster truck. So the night I had a UFO sighting, on my 17th anniversary, on 12/13, Tom DeLonge's birthday. Tom DeLonge has Elon in it. Major Tom, Tom Club, Genius of Love. Tom's Angels and Airwaves in his live stuff on his drums. Drummond was the assistant warden. It says Q. Go look. So Tom is a Freemason. So Tom, without being friends with Tom, and without the Facebook telling me Tom DeLonge shared your post, Tom DeLonge shared one of my posts. And I'm not friends with Tom DeLonge. And it didn't, nothing came up and told me, but I saw it in my feed. I said I wanted to make bad flavored cigars to do with Monica Lewinsky. Cuban cigar, have a cigar is about selling your soul. I was just being, I just say whatever comes to my mind. Because I channel. Like, I talk less and less now. I do these videos and I keep to myself because it's safer. If I go out, I try to, all I got told is don't push your beliefs on anybody else. Don't push your beliefs on anybody else. Well, then how does anything become knowledge? If somebody didn't figure it out, tell people, and then them collectively decide, you know what, this is truth. If people heard this truth, especially Ocean City people, I'm talking about the people that run this town, Jay-Z, the maids, the trash, the workers. If they knew this, if you knew how much you were worth, if you knew you could get into something, you're like, wait a minute, I like this QAnon thing because I really don't have the funds to start one of these businesses. I maybe could do one, but I don't have, it's just me. So if I found a group of people who might eat, I don't know, no matter what you could help do it, even if it's just help working there, maybe part-time, voluntarily, whatever it takes to share. And it's all I need to do is get the word out. Whatever shop I open, whether it be, I was thinking popcorn, which gourmet popcorn, do some vegan popcorn, uh, maybe some vegan chocolate popcorn balls and stuff, with toffee, all types of nuts, candied nuts, honey roasted, I don't know, marshmallows, chocolate pieces, white chocolate pieces, you know, the coconut, whatever, like custom make it, like it's just like you don't have any mojo. It's like, I'm gonna go do something different. Uh, Mine's gonna be gourmet. It's gonna cost a little more because all those nuts and stuff is expensive. But I'm just Fishers carry on, Dolly's carry on. You guys got good names, so you should survive, right? We'll see. So I'm not trying to put anybody out of business, but I prefer uh, gourmet popcorn with some toffee pieces and some chocolate pieces. So now, if they start doing it, they're just copycatting. I'm gonna do the popcorn witch. So my name, I'm gonna do little witch's cauldron, plastic kettles, and I have so many ideas. And I'm gonna sell QAnon merchandise in there and explain the popcorn. So corn evolution has a picture of Thoth with what looks like a virtual reality bag, like some kind of a virtual reality, something over his head with wires coming out of it. So evolution, and then Spike in My Veins, that's about the Mockingbird media. You ready to go to court? That's why I said that I think they're going to call police on everybody I name in this lawsuit. Lawyers, Moronic Law, other lawyers from Harford County. This is to you too. Police from Harford County, from Worcester County, all of the wards that did this to me because I presented enough evidence, tangible evidence, that I've been telling the truth. Nobody took any time to verify any of the stuff that I said. I've had Elon Musk messages for years now. He has to see my magic pussy. So I want to fuck Elon Musk. Empress Kush. It's where I met the Empress. There's a song. It's a funny song. I've never met Elon Musk. I don't know if he's real. I've talked to somebody who has more consciousness than anybody else, but still, you ain't me. Still ain't me. And because unless you're here, unless somebody's here to talk to me, then Elon Musk is not what you think. Maybe a bot, maybe died, and maybe did see the truth. And because he's in the Illuminati, maybe they whacked him, and now somebody is going to look at him like Elon Musk is a big burly guy, and then sometimes you see it like he's all thin. He's not. He wasn't. He's a big burly guy. Look at him on the boat. Okay? He gets younger in all these videos. You can tell that they're AI. That voice sounds like my ex-boyfriend. He looks like Ryan Wilson, 12/12/86. Look it up, all you law enforcers. Ryan Wilson, 12/12/86. He looks just like Elon Musk, and his voice sounds like him with a South African accent. So Elon Musk comes into my dreams, and I'm telepathic with Elon Musk. That's why I'm saying the Q clearance is telepathy, or it's anybody who follows me. Other than that, your security clearance is being revoked. It is. You see, I've been saying this for 5 years now, and I just now it was undeniable then. It was undeniable then, but I thought that if they kept me quiet, if they broke me, if they took my husband, my children, my pets, everything I own, my farm, my self-esteem, my dignity, my my name that my new reputation of being Q. You can't say that you can't pin anything that had it did on me. You can't. I've been reborn. I don't even. I think that I died. I think I'm part of the secret space program. That's what they said. Uh, and I could possibly be in a clone with Neuralink. Somebody told me. Somebody contacted me, said his name is Jeff Elon, and said that I had Neuralink, but I don't have any memory of that. So I could be a time traveler. I feel like I floated, so it's time to float it. So it backwards is TI, a targeted individual. And King is bad. So ghoulish things. The lady there, when I started to talk to her, I started to think, I was like, is this my shop? Did you get this by selling out to the Illuminati? I think this is my shop. Ghoulish Little Wayne. She was fine at first, and then I could tell. I was like, it's like, I see you. I see something. You seem very uncomfortable talking. You don't want to hear this. What do you mean you don't want to hear? Isn't that cool? I'm Q from QAnon and ghoulish Little Wayne. That's so ghoulish. And I am not a human being. Lollipop? Lou used to fuck me with a lollipop during oral sex. Big blueberry one. And the big round ones. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. 12 Monkeys? Bad Monkey, I'm a believer. Monkeys, the Nazca Lines, Monkeys. Monk, I'm a monk. I used to live in Moncton. Contacted world leaders. I've contacted a lot of people, like a lot of politicians, every news media outlet, and I get no reply at all, as if you guys cannot. There's like as if they took some kind of oath, because my truth exposes all of them. The news is a complete lie, and you can't. I guess they were scared. See, I'm not scared. I've died. I don't care. I'm going to get rich or die trying. So somebody, you're going to pay me, even if I don't. I'm not going to. I'm going to do my videos. I'm going to influence right now, rather than put all my energy into the shops. But the shops are coming. They're coming. Like I said, I am going to. I'll start putting my videos in book form, just nonstop synchronicity, and I'll print it out myself, and I'll go. I'll send it in emails to the shop owners, and I'll hand it out on the boardwalk. I'll get shirts and I'll hand them out on the boardwalk for free. I don't want to. I'm not going to make a scene. I'm coming in completely professional, well dressed. I'm not even going to. I'm going to go get a black pencil, tight ass skirt. I'm a sharp dressed man, sharp dressed woman. I'm gonna get suspenders. Nanu. I don't know, some boots. I might run a limousine and go to City Hall. I'd like to take the mayor out to the Sunset Grill. I'm offering to take you out in a chauffeured limousine to the Sunset Grill to resolve this. Resolve this. Give me, you're going to have to pay me, but give me some kind of power, some kind of authority. And I'll call you a double agent, Rush. Heather Smith, you are. As I kind of thought that anybody bad, you have nothing else. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. Like, you've already lost everything. Maybe you just don't see it yet. You don't get to do that. This wasn't a one-time sending me to the ward. What makes you think you need 6 months to learn a sheet of paper? Guilty, not guilty. Hearing, trial, evidence, judge, state's attorney, plea bargain, no pros. What makes you think that? What, you just look at somebody and think that, even a retarded person, why don't you just give them a power of attorney? The only person that wouldn't be competent is somebody that was mentally retarded. 369 days as incompetent? I should be wearing a diaper on a leash. And you can bark at the motherfucking moon.